This conference will now be recorded.
Good evening, everyone. So, last class, what we have done is we have discussed on the formula tab regarding what is board mass and how it will work. And then we went to some calculation, that is different methods of addition, subtraction, division, multiplication. So for multiplication, we use a product and some product. Later, after this, we have also calculated minimum values, maximum values, average value. So these are the things which we have done in the last class. So in case if anybody has a doubt for yesterday's class, you can ask me. Am I audible to everyone? Reply me yes, no, say something if you can hear me.
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Good, fine. So does anybody has a doubt? So I must take this silence as no doubts. Fine. Okay, is that fine, no doubts. So let's continue with the next things. So here we are going to discuss today regarding the logical functions. We are going to discuss about the logical functions. Right. So what here we are going to see this logical value. What does this logical value does? It will give you an output whether your condition is true or whether it is false. Only two things. It will check your condition whether it is true or false. If your condition is true, based on that it will give you an output. Whether it is true, then it will give you one output. If it is false, it will give you another output. So either of the output will be given. So based on this, we will be discussing three of our logical functions. So first one, we will go with the if functions. For this if functions, I'll just take it here as candidate, the name of the candidates, and their age. So since I need to type the candidate's name, I'll copy from the board mask, the one which we have already created. I'm just copying those names and putting over here candidate, then their age. So I need their age. You can put whatever the age you want, but age limit here we are going to calculate based on the voting rights. So I'm giving here 17, then 20, 25, 10, then 18, 50, 63, 5, then we will take here as 23, another 18, and here I will take it here as 30. So these are the ages have given. Next one, I want to do the eligibility. My function which I'm going to work is eligibility. Okay, so what is the function here? What we are going to apply is based on the voting rights. So we all know what is the limit for the voting rights. What is the age limit? Can someone say what is the age limit for voting? Okay, good, 18 years. So it is including 18 years. It's not 18 and above. It is going to be 89 years. So what I need, if a candidate, right? If a candidate age is 18 years, or that is if the candidate's age is greater than or equals to 18, then then I need an output saying as eligible. The candidate is eligible for voting. If their age is, if a candidate's age is less than 18 years, then I need an output saying that not eligible. This is what is my condition based on eligibility. Okay, eligibility condition. So we have two things. If my age, if this age, right, if this age is more than 18 or equals to 18, I need an output saying that as eligible. If it is less than 18, then I need it as not eligible. This is what we are going to do. Now let's apply the function here, equals to if, so what it says, checks whether the condition is met. So whatever the condition you are applying, if that condition is met, it will give you in return and returns one value if it is true and another value if it is false. If my condition is matching, then it will give me one output as eligible. If the condition is not matching, as not eligible. So I'm taking here if, open a bracket, logical test. My condition is based on age. So select the cell of age, select the cell of age, comma, value if it is true. So before that, if the selected cell age is greater than or equals to 18, comma, I need an output. So the output which I required, if this condition is matching, I need an output. So whenever you are requiring an output in a number format, don't need to give a double inverted commas. In case if it is in a text format or alpha numeric format, then in that case you have to always give it inside the double quote itself. So I open a double quote here. Okay, open a double inverted comma, value if it is true. Value if it is true. So what you will do, you are going to type here, if this condition, if the selected cell is greater than or equals to 18, I need an output saying that as eligible. Close a double quote, comma. If the value is true, if the value is true, I need an output saying that as not eligible. I'll close a double quote, then close a bracket. Look here, the syntax is logical test, then a comma. My logical test is if the selected cell age is greater than or equals to 18 and the condition is true, give me an output as eligible. If it is false, give me an output as not eligible. So you can try in the next one also, equals to, if, open a bracket, select the cell. If this selected cell is equals greater than or equals to 18 years, comma, I need an output as eligible. Eligible, close a double quote, comma. So value if it is true, value if it is false, I need an output saying that as not eligible. Close the double quote, close the bracket, enter. So now see this selected cell age is 20. If I'm changing here as 18, see 18, it says eligible. If I'm changing here as 17, it will say as not eligible. 18 eligible, 20 eligible, 1 not eligible. So like this. So 18 years, 20 years, whatever it is, greater than eligible rate. Now you can just double click on this and expand this till here. Okay, this is our condition what we are going to apply. Based on your requirement, you can give any colors. Okay, this is your condition. So I'll keep this condition open. Okay, you can try. I'll give you 2 minutes. You can try this and let me know. If you're done, then I will continue with the next problem. Try to do this along with me. Did you all solve this? Have you all done it? Do you have any doubts or do you need some more time to do it? Could someone reply me? Okay, fine. Then let me continue with the next problem. So next one, better we will take a list of names here. I'm going to use another formula. So I'll paste the names over here. Then I'll take a qualification. Qualification. So assume that this is going to be your interview selection, shortlisted candidate. Shortlisted candidate you are going to take here, right? So what is my requirement here is I just have a list of names. Let's give some of their qualifications also. So I'll take here as BCom, then I'll take it here as BSc. You can give anything. Then BBA. I'll just copy this and paste it in all the locations wherever I need it. Alright. So instead of BBA, BCA, I'll change it to MBA, MCom, then I'll take here as MA, BA. So this is what I have given. This is my candidates shortlisted options I have. Now what I want to do here is I want to select the people. I want to select the people who has a qualification of BCom and BBA. So shortlisted, what I will do, first one, if I need to shortlist the people, shortlist candidate condition. So I have a condition, if a candidate qualification is BCom or BBA, then I want to select them. Okay, I want to select them. If any other qualification other than this, if any other qualification, then I need to reject them. Okay, we are going to do this. So when we are doing this if condition, so look here, when we are doing this if condition, we have here logical test 1. So only age was my condition, right? Then value if it is true, value if it is false. But in the second questions, I have two conditions. It has to be either it is a BCom or BBA. The same cell, if it is a BBA, then I must get it here as selected. Okay, if it is so I have to get here as selected if it is a BCom. If it is a BBA, then also I needed to get it here as selected. Other than this, if there is any other qualification, then I need it here as rejected. So this is what we have to see here. So what we are going to do, we have a two conditions here. Two conditions. So I have a BCom, then it is selected. If it is BBA, then it is selected. Other than this, other qualification, then I have to take here as rejected. So we have here two conditions. Based on this, what we are going to apply. So first thing, whether the condition is right or wrong, to know that we will only understand about function, this or this. So for these two conditions, we are going to use a function called OR. whether the condition is right or not. That means whether this qualification is BCom. If it is BCom, I need to get it here as true. If it is BBA, I need to get it as false. So I'll let you to do once again later. So equals to first one equals to or function. I'm saying yes because since here if I use if, I have only one logical test. But my condition here is two logical tests. So instead of that, first I will use or function. Or I'm saying that this selected cell is equals to bcom bcom comma after my logical one logical 2. Again I say that either this cell is might also be equals to BBA. So if this both the condition are, if this selected cell is BCom, it will give me as true. If the selected cell is BBA, it will give me as true. Any other, it will give me as false. Now BCom true. Now let me change here as MBA, or just I'm modifying here MBA false. If I change here as BBA true. If I change here as MSc false. If I change here as BCom, then it is true. So it keeps changing based on your condition, true conditions. So all this will tell you whether the condition is true or false. But it is only saying me whether the condition is true or false. It is not giving me an exact output what I need it. So what we are going to do, we will again do this. So here we are going to use two condition. First one, this is the condition what I had. So for your understanding, I'll copy this formula and paste it here without equals to sign, so you can see this, okay, for this one. But now I'm not using this function, I'm going to use this the next part, continuation of this. Equals to if I have a two condition bcom and bb, so again one more function. Or if this selected cell is equals to bcom, close the double quote, comma, or if this selected cell is equals to BBA, open a double quote and give it inside this, then after this, close the bracket, have only two conditions. So you can see the bracket colors also. So our function is been closed. So that means my logical test is over. After logical test is over, you have to give a comma. If this condition is true, I need an output saying that as selected. So give within a double quote saying that as selected. Whenever we are giving a text format, we have to give it in double quote, comma. If this condition is not matching, give me an output saying that as rejected. Close the double quote, close the bracket, enter. So see, if it is bcom, it is selected. If it is bba, it is selected. It is mba, it is rejected. It is msc, it is rejected. I'll take here again bcom, so now it is selected. So you can take whatever based on your condition. I'll just expand this, okay. I'm just showing you the functions here, function here. You can try to do this. Okay, you can try to do this. I'll give you another 2 minutes. You can solve and let me know. Have you all done? Reply me, please. You people are just being quiet. I don't understand whether you are really doing it or not. One or two person is replying me. Did you solve this? Okay, good. Let me go for the next problem. See, you don't have to type again and again. That is what I'm using the same example instead of copying again and means instead of typing again and again. I'm just copying the candidate's name. Candidate's name here. Now what I want, I will be giving the other required details. Whatever you want, you can give. So here I'm going to consider here as experience. Okay, experience we will give here. Experience, and I need to know again the shortlisted. Before this, I had a freshers. Say, assume that we had a freshers list, but we just need a selection based on a qualification. Now we are going to work based on the candidate's experience. Based on the candidate's experience. So I want you to do this. I'm not doing this, you will be doing it. Okay, I'm directly giving you a shortlisted one, so you can try this to do. So if the experience, I'm just giving you some experience, 1.745, or say it as 6, then 0.6 years experience, 1.8, 0 years experience, 2 years experience, 10 years of experience, then point 10, that is 10 months of experience, then 1.11 months, so that is 1 month less for 2 years. So here I need to shortlist the candidate. If a candidate experience, if a candidate experience is less than or it is equals to 2, then you need an output saying that selected. Okay, if a candidate experience is, if a candidate experiences more than 2, that is not equals to more than 2, then I need an output saying that as rejected. So how we did in a voting rights, same method. So we had only one condition there, so we used to do this, only one condition. So what is the condition here is, if the candidate experience, so there we had a age, here we have a, here we are having a experience. So this is only the thing is, you have to shortlist this candidate. So try to solve this, take a picture and share me on a WhatsApp. Let me see how many of you will reply. You just need to solve this based on experience. Solve this and take, right, you will share the screenshot on a WhatsApp. Let me see. Isa, very good. You have shared me the screenshot. I appreciate. But do one thing. Just you have the selected option, right? Press F2. F2, you will get the formula. Okay, you'll get the formula. Now take the screenshot and share it to me. In case if you are using a laptop, you can use F2 directly won't support. You can use the function key Fn. Function key you will be having. You can use that. Good. Very good. Fine then. So Isa has solved this. Let me see how many of you are going to share me. Okay. So let's do this together. I'm giving here equals to if the selected cell experience is less than or equals to 2 years, comma, I need an output saying that as selected. If not, I need an output saying that as rejected. I'll close the double quote, close the bracket, press enter. So you will get an output. Now let's apply one more thing, conditional formatting. We will go for this conditional formatting. Highlight the cell row. I want to highlight the rejected one in a red color. Okay, rejected one in a red color. So I see wherever there is a rejected, I'm getting this. Okay, so I'll just copy this. We will apply one more formula, one more function now. I'm just pasting here. Let's take here your academic year 1. So year 1 of college, year 2 of the college, year 3 of the college. So I'm just pasting something here, pass, pass, and then pass. So after this, I'm just going to copy this. Copy, paste it, then I'll paste it here, then I'll paste it here and here. So wherever you feel like pasting, you can paste it. I'm just having alternative. One where everything is passed, the other place where everything is not passed. So I've given like this. In the blank field, I'm just going to type here as fail. Now let's copy and paste it everywhere wherever there is a blank. All borders. So here we are going to use a function and. So let me explain you few things. First one, or condition we have done. Or condition we have done. What this condition will do, if any condition, if either of the condition is satisfied, either of the condition is satisfied, so that means either cell 1 or cell 2 is satisfied, bcom is satisfied or bba is satisfied, you will get it as true, right? You will get it as true, so then it will consider as true. Here neither of the condition If there is neither of the condition is been satisfied, then you will get it as false. This is what will happen in your true function. Okay, this is where when you are using a or function. Then what about and function? It will only give you like this. Neither of the condition is satisfied, then it is false, right? So either of the function is satisfied, so let me copy this. Either of the condition is satisfied, then also it will give you an output as false. All the condition is satisfied, all the condition is satisfied, then it is true. Okay, any one condition, either it is bcom or bba satisfied, then it is true. It is not bcom also, it is not bba also, it is false. But in and, if it is bcom also false, if it is bba also false, if it is both bcom and bba only, then it will give you true. Suppose if this is bcom, this is bcom, this is bcom, then it will be true. If all are false, then you either bcom bba bac, then you won't be getting it. Now I need a result. I need to say give a result. So what is my result here? I need an output saying that if all the academic year, all the year, okay, all the year, if a candidate is passed, having a result pass, then we will give a final output also then as pass. Any year, if in any year there is a result, other result, then it is fail. This is final output. Okay, suppose see the final output instead of pass if I wanted, instead of pass if I want it here, then as promoted, or I will give here as graduated. Graduate, if any of the year if the candidates fail, then I will give here as leave the field, then leave the field blank, blank I want to give it. So this is my final output what I'm looking for. So what we will do first, we will use is how this and will work. And will work. Okay. Suppose somewhere if the candidate is absent, so I have here all the year pass, right? So I'll take here as absent. Okay. Somewhere here also it is absent. I'm taking. Let's see now. Okay. So only or and function I'm using equals to. See, if I say or, either this is pass or if this is fail, then it will give me true. But here I'm not saying either it is true or false. I'm only saying only it is pass. And so say checks whether all the arguments are true and returns a true if all the arguments are true. So and function, my logical function, my first logical function, select the cell. I'm saying that this is equals to pass. Close the bracket, comma. I'm saying that second year is equals to pass, comma, then I'm saying that third year is also equals to pass. I'll close the bracket here. Okay, now what will happen, it will give me true if all the cells are, if the all the cells are having a result as pass, it will give you true. Anywhere other than pass you have, it will give you false. But my requirement here is if all the year the candidate is passed, then I need it as graduated. So what we are going to do, so for your understanding, I'll just copy this function and put it over here. See, if I use and it is equals to, it will give me a formula. So instead of that, I without a formula, I'm just typing here. Okay, now what we are going to do, we will apply this result. I'm removing this again, delete. Then I'm going to use equals to if this all the three cells. So I can't select all the logical tests. No, only one logical test I can select. I'm using here and I see that this selected cell is equals to pass, and I'll close the double quote, comma. Then I say if this selected cell is equals to pass, comma. Then I say this cell is also equals to pass. If all these three conditions are true, if all these three conditions are true, comma, then give me an output saying that as graduated. If the condition is false, then leave the field blank. To leave the field blank, open a double quote, close the double quote, close the bracket. So for leaving the field, just open a quote, double quote, and leave it. So now what we will do, we will just take this like this. So wherever there is all the 3 years, if your result is passed, then you will get this output. So I'm giving this formula here, function. You can check this and try to do this. Okay, I'll give you another 2 minutes. You can solve this. In case if you have any doubt, you can ask me. Once it is done, please reply me also. You can reply me instead of me waiting if your people are done. Solve this in editable mode. You can just tell me. Okay, fine. You just solve this and reply me on this class. Did everyone solve this? Could someone reply me? Okay, let's go for the next one. I'll give you one problem to solve yourself. Let's see how many people can solve this. I'm taking this candidate qualification, then I am also taking this experience. Now let me give the condition. So I have here two condition. So condition 1. Condition 1 is candidate qualification must be BCom or BBA. And the second condition, you need a experience which must be less than 2 years. Solve this. See, what is my condition is, if this both the condition are satisfied, then you need an output saying that as selected. Okay, in case either of the condition is not satisfied, one condition is satisfied, the other one is not satisfied. Okay, so in that case, you need it as rejected. So both the conditions satisfied, it is selected. Either of the condition is satisfied, that is your qualification is supported, so selected, but the experience is not matching, then you need to give it as rejected. These are the two conditions. You have to work on this. Solve this. Take me a screenshot and share with me. I'm giving you another 3 minutes. Solve this and share with me. You have to put it on a WhatsApp group. Let's see. If you're not able to solve, then later I'll guide you. But try this. First 3 minutes I'm giving you to try. Did someone try to do this? Anybody got an answer? If not, at least did you try to do? Give me a reply, please. Don't keep quiet, just give me a reply. Or do you want some more time to do this?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll give you another 2 minutes. Try to do this, then I'll start this. Later we will solve together. Fine, I think we have spent a lot of time on this. Let's do this again together. Okay, so we are going to use here if condition or condition together. So my first condition is based on qualification and the second condition is based on this experience. So I'm taking here equals to if logical test. So again or function. So how we have done in a previous thing, or function. If the selected cell is equals to bcom, comma, then again if the selected cell is equals to BBA, close the double quote, close the bracket. So my first condition is done. So second condition, I also have an experience. So instead of value, if it is true, I'll start applying the second condition. Another if condition, if this selected cell is equals to, or if it is less than or equals to 2 years, comma, value if it is true, I need it as selected, value if it is false, I need it as rejected. I'll close the quote, close the bracket for if function. then again give a comma. Now what here, why I am giving a comma here again? See, if condition as a logical test. For the logical test, we have used OR function. For value if it is true, we have used a if condition. Then value if it is false, we have not given. If both the condition is not matching, I need it here as rejected. Close the bracket. So inside this we have an OR function. For the OR function, we have logical 1 and logical 2. We have satisfied both. Inside this we have an if condition. If the experience is less than 2 years, I need it as selected. If it is not, rejected. But when it comes to the first condition, when we have started, logical test itself is an OR function. Value if it is true is my second condition, that is my experience, and then value if it is false, it is rejected. Right, so I got this selected, so both the condition are satisfied. But see this BBA and 4 years of experience, BBA is satisfied whereas the experience is not satisfied, so we are getting here rejected. See here BCom is satisfied but 6 years, so it is rejected. Suppose if I give here as 1, I'll get it here as selected. So wherever the qualification and experience doesn't support, both doesn't support, then see here qualification and experience doesn't support, both are not supporting, so rejected. Qualification is supporting but experience is not supporting, so rejected. Right, here experience is supporting whereas the qualification is not supporting, so rejected. Here both qualification and where will go, so I'll give here as 5 years. Both qualification and experience both are not supporting, so I'm taking here as rejected. So you can try to solve this now on your own, so just try to do this.
Yes, ma'am.
So you can do this, right? So we have done with this functions which is logical. So first we tried with if, then we tried with or separately, and if and or together. Then again we tried with if condition, then or condition and condition. Then later we came with all the three conditions. See, whenever you are using one condition and the second condition, one or more condition within one formula, say suppose if you are using a function if and then and function like this, or if any other, so if it is sum and then you are using if or any other function still you are using, then too you will be using, we are calling this as nested if function, nested if functions, or you can just say it as nested function. So all this function, one formula you have, inside that there is another formula you have, then you will call this as nested functions. Is it clear to everyone? Anybody has
Yes,
a
ma'am.
doubt? You have a doubt, Ma? Do you have a doubt? No? Fine. Someone said yes. Is it for understanding or is it for doubt? Understood. Good. So we have to start with the next functions. We'll go again, continue with this. So now we are going to try to do with this text function. Text functions. So here we are going to, let me first give some words. Mm, I'm just typing something with the capital letters and small letters. So I have a text with both the combination. Now what I want to do, I want to convert. I have to convert this entire text into capital. Okay, capital. So when it is capital, we call it as uppercase. So this is when it is capital. Lowercase when it is small letters. Then proper. This is every word's first letter in uppercase and rest in lowercase. Okay, these three we are going to see. So I'm copying this again. Let me put it here. Okay, now I have to convert this into upper, lower, and proper. Okay, so here equals to, I'm taking here as uppercase, open a bracket, select your text. See, open a bracket, select the text, close the bracket, enter. So this is converting everything into capital. Next one, equals to lower, open a bracket, select your text, close the bracket, enter. So even the first letter of word is also becoming small letters, that is lowercase. Equals to proper, open a bracket, select your text, close the bracket, enter. So every word's first letter, knowledge, N is K is capital, rest all in lowercase. Is I is in capital, S is in lowercase, and the in wealth, W is in uppercase, the rest all are in lowercase. So we are just using upper, then open a bracket, select your text. Lower, open the bracket, select your text, close the bracket. Proper, open the bracket, select the text, close the bracket, then you can do it. So do this fast. You can type even your name also in one single, like with the uppercase and lowercase combination, and try to do this. Done, everyone? Sorry, this is not proper. I have to keep, there is a spelling error. Proper. Did you all do this?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine then. I'll stop till here with the text function. Tomorrow we will continue with the other text functions. So I want you to practice all these things. Okay, practice. In case any doubts, you can ask me next class. So that's all for today. See you in next class.
Okay, ma'am.
Bye everyone. Take care.